Hey, finally, the report is out. We got it. It's massive. Lots of pages here of the report on the.
And that's just the summary.
Yeah, this is just
right?
the summary.
We don't even have the full thing.
Right.
State Representatives Courser and Gamrat, though, what this talks about here. The sex scandal and the alleged cover-up. The House investigation really, truly could be a career ender for both, but will they resign? Should they resign?
Now, the former House Majority Leader, Rocky Rachkovsky, joins us right now to talk about this. And first of all, that question, are they protected as long as they're in office, or should they resign and just get out of the way of this thing?
Well, you know, Stephen and Joanne, I would honestly say that they should resign. The evidence in this report that we've all been talking about that was released about 2.5 hours ago specifically details misuse, misconduct, nonfeasance, malfeasance in office, the fact that they used and told their staff to do specific things that would be unbecoming of staff and of representatives, that they used state resources for political purposes. Now that's truly a violation of House rules, and one of the best ones that I saw in this, besides all the sex and the scandal, was the fact that Todd Courser had his staff help him in putting digital advertising supporting his law firm in Lapeer. And this is the same law firm that Jim Kurtzner keeps standing out in front of and talking to Todd at. This is the law firm that he was trying to build his law practice while he was a state representative.
When we heard Representative Gamrat talk a week or two ago when she kind of made her statement, she seemed to kind of leave the door open for resignation, saying everything is on the table right now. Do you think, and I know you can only be guessing here, but a report like this that is really quite scathing may lead her that way before perhaps they're kicked out of office?
Well, I'm not sure if she's dealing in the world of reality at this point. I spoke to both their legal staff and their PR staff, near perfect communications out of Farmington Hills, and the Abood law firm that both allegedly dropped her as a client because she wouldn't listen to their advice or listen to counsel. And if she's dealing in this world of make-believe, she's going to still think that she's in the right. And quite frankly, if an individual that served in office reads this report, they'll see that there's enough misconduct there to have the committee throw them out.
Now, this report, of course, is it calls itself recommendations on the top. It actually says recommendations for the full House, I assume, in its vote to consider. But the recommendations include the words like deceptive, deceitful, outright dishonest conduct, lack of respect for the Constitution, the constituents rather, abuse of the House, the State of Representatives. I mean, these are recommendations, but they're damning.
Very damning. And I spoke to a representative that's happens to be on the committee, off the record, and on background, that representative told me that there's enough information here to start the hearings tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in Lansing, and unless these representatives take the high road and actually resign, then they will be pushed out of the House of Representatives. Now, what will happen is the committee will actually have a vote, will have public hearing and testimony, and lay this out for the news media and the public to hear. And then the next step is they'll have a vote to recommend expulsion to the entire House, and then 2/3 of the House will have to vote to remove both of these members.
So, in one quick answer, is there any possibility that the House would not throw them out?
I think they're done.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rocky Rachkovsky, as always.
Thank you.
Detroit